WrestleMania 35 is this weekend, and I'm recording this video on Thursday, and I'm probably going to drop it around Friday, maybe right before the NXT show comes out, because we are going to be doing a preview of WrestleMania 35. We're not going to preview the NXT show, however, I might do a review on it that night, depending on what's going on and how late it ends and whatnot, but we are going to talk about WrestleMania 35. It's going to be happening this weekend, live, April 7th, 2019, from the, they say it's New York, but it's really New Jersey. MetLife Stadium in NYNJ. Second WrestleMania to ever be in that stadium. And yes, MJ is here. We're going to preview the show.
Yeah, sorry for speaking there before you introduced me.
No, it's all good, bro. We're going to preview WrestleMania 35 and give our predictions on the card and on the direction they're going to go with the show. So we got 15 matches right now signed. As of right now, again, Thursday, no sign of John Cena, no sign of The Undertaker. We believe Taker's going to be off this show and instead work Saudi Arabia. This is the first WrestleMania he's missed since 2000, which is a long time ago.
Which is huge.
And
that's big.
That's huge. And as far as Cena goes, there are lots of rumors about John Cena, whether it be him wrestling Kurt Angle in the farewell match or whether it be him beating up Elias. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. So let's start by talking about the pre-show. So right now we've got the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. I think the only prediction I have for this, bro, is that I feel like they should give it to Asuka because they took the belt off of her. So I figure at least give her that to make her the first challenger for Charlotte or whoever. It could be the first challenger.
I agree with that. Her booking's been a bit weird because they booked her to make Becky tap, which is huge because it almost painted her as like, okay, damn, she's better than Becky, or at least that was the implication.
At Royal Rumble.
At the Royal Rumble. But now, she lost to Charlotte and it's like, yeah, they should give her that just to kind of keep her up there. You don't want to bury her and make it seem like Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky are the baddest in the company. You got to have at least somebody on SmackDown that can throw down with them, So I think that's dope.
Yeah, at least somebody who's right there with them. Then we have another pre-show match, which is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I'm guessing there'll be a lot of comedy here. Braun Strowman.
The SNL guys are involved.
The SNL guys. Yeah, I don't care about that angle at all. There's a rumor that Cena's going to come back and win this thing. That's the first Cena rumor we're going to address tonight. Do you see that being a possibility, and who do you think wins?
I could see them doing that, especially with them involving celebrities, if you want to refer to them as that, which I guess they are. In this match, they can do the gimmick where Cena comes out and wins it, makes it like a big thing, Cena winning this. But I don't know. I feel like they probably just give it to Strowman,
Me too.
I don't see why not. I don't see why it would hurt to give it to him, So.
And he could be the next challenger for Seth if they want to go that route. If Seth wins, which we're going to get to that prediction later, if he wins. Then the third pre-show match is Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese. I'm a little pissed off about this because Buddy Murphy's really good, and this will probably be a really good match. At least they're going to get time on the pre-show, but I feel like that should be on the main card because even though the 205 Live guys are not that over with the mainstream WWE audience, Buddy Murphy's amazing.
Yeah, I've not kept up with this at all, so I'm a little off on this. Buddy Murphy is good, though. I've caught some of the matches on pay-per-view, and he is really good, but I don't know, really the story or the angles involved in this. I would hope they would keep it on Buddy because the fans seem to like him,
Yeah, keep it on Buddy for a long time. He's been delivering great matches every single freaking time he wrestles. I say keep it on him. WrestleMania 35. Elias segment. He's going to be performing. Does Cena interrupt him? Is that your guess? Beats him up?
Yeah, I would probably say he could do it. While they could do the gimmick where he enters the Battle Royal, I feel like if they go the route where he has a segment with Elias, similar to when The Rock had a segment with the Wyatt family, kind of do that. I think that'd be kind of dope because, as I said earlier, I feel like they should just give the trophy to Strowman, have, Cena come out here and actually have a match, like a one-on-one if they want, I guess, what would be the term for it? Like
an impromptu
match, yeah. So
yeah, unpromoted. 2 years in a row they did it with John Cena, bro. That's kind of funny. All right, fatal 4-way tag team match for the SmackDown tag belt. They just added this on the last SmackDown show. The Usos defend against Ricochet and Aleister Black, The Bar, and Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Now, I say we're going to talk about NXT, but do you think that Ricochet and Aleister Black are going to be the NXT champions when this happens? Do you think they'll have the belts?
I could see that happening because they've been awesome as a tag team, both on NXT and on the main roster, so it'd be dope to see them carry the belts in there. And maybe you could have, the commentators kind of throw in more suspense of like, yo, could they be, the first tag team to hold the SD belts alongside the NXT? I think that'd be kind of dope.
And they should do that. I think that having Ricochet and Aleister Black win both the belts, again, it's a teaser for what's going to happen later on in the evening in their women's match.
Foreshadowing.
So, exactly, and you could definitely give them a huge push. If Rusev and Nakamura, if Nakamura's not leaving the company, I do kind of want him to win because that team is fun, but Nakamura's done nothing.
Right.
Other than that, I don't think the Bar should get it, and Usos, it doesn't matter. I like the Usos, but they don't need the belts because they're pretty over as it is. Ricochet and Black, I think, is the best choice there because they need to get they need more of a rub. I think
that match is going to be awesome. It's probably going to be a lot of shenanigans, but it'll still be dope regardless.
Agreed. Now, Fatal 4-Way for the women's WWE Tag Belts. The Boss and Hug Connection, Bayley and Sasha Banks against Nia Jax, Tamina against the Iconics, against Beth Phoenix and Natalya. Now, if we're talking about who my favorite is, we're going to go with Peyton Royce, but not because of her wrestling ability. I think they should keep it on Bayley and Sasha, and they probably will. I don't think this is going to be a very long match, and I don't know if it's going to be a very good match. It could be a cluster muck.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know if it's going to be that long of a match. It has the potential to be good because of some of the workers in there, but I don't know, man.
Nia Jax going to go in there punching dudes for real, and
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm thinking they should just keep the belts on Bayley and Sasha. Have somebody else, another tag team, come up later and take it from them, like down the road, So.
Okay, no, I agree with that. Keep it on them for a little while. All right, then we have Bobby Lashley defending the Intercontinental title against Finn Balor. All right, it's the Demon. It's going to be a minute long. He'll come out there and squash Lashley and take the belt. That's how I'm calling it, straight up.
I actually agree with that because they've been booking the Demon, if you will, in the past as be very strong, and I don't even see this match really going that long to begin with, and we've already seen this match a bunch of times on TV and other pay-per-views, so I feel like it would be a squash just to make it different, and fit more room on the card for other matches, bigger matches.
Yeah, this card is already stacked. It's going to be a 7-hour show, so again, including pre-show. So yeah, I agree with you. It's got to be short. Demon comes out and squashes him. I don't want Bobby Lashley to get squashed, but you have to sacrifice something on this card. Shane McMahon versus The Miz, Falls Count Anywhere. The Miz has been doing some really great babyface promo work. And Shane's a heel for no reason. We still don't know why. He's a bad guy now all of a sudden. They haven't told us. They have not given us a reason. I think it could be okay. I think, I'll be honest, I don't want to see Shane out at WrestleMania anymore. I like Shane, but I don't want to see him there because he's taking up a spot. I sound like a mark when I say that, but I'm being for real. He shouldn't be here. But at least he's in a pretty decent angle with The Miz, not the best. I mean, I like the early parts of it, but it doesn't make any sense anymore. I think Miz will win, and maybe his daddy's going to get involved and help Miz win.
Yeah, I think The Miz will probably win that match, and I'm with you on that. I don't really want to see Shane anymore. Also, just due to the fact that, get it, I know the McMahons are supposed to be like superhuman, but he's going to do some crazy stuff, and I don't know if that man's body can handle it anymore, So it's like,
he's taking a beating.
But yeah, I think The Miz is going to take it. The Miz has been, not to take one of the other workers' slogans, but he's been phenomenal, dude. I mean, the promo game that he's been on the last couple of years has just been outrageous, So
agreed. He's still, I don't know if he's actually going to be pushed to the top guy, but they're getting ready for a big babyface run. And wouldn't it be something if he feuded with Daniel Bryan again? Now we have the same feud on different sides.
Yeah, you should be booking this stuff, man.
I should. Then we have, let's talk about Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. This is the hardest match to pick on this show. Well, one of the hardest, because I think Drew should win. I think Drew needs the rub. I think having Roman lose early in his comeback is good because they can always rehab him later, and it's Roman. He's going to get the push anyways. And I like the idea of them really elevating Drew McIntyre. That being said, because of the leukemia, they're probably not going to book Roman to lose. So Roman's probably going to win, even though I think he should lose because wrestling is not even real anyways, and he can always make the comeback and win anyways. Just him coming back is already the win. Like Roman Reigns coming back last month and winning the 6-man, that should have been like the first job. Yeah, and then now Drew should take this one. That's the way I'm seeing it.
Eddie, who's a friend of ours, has a prediction on this match and just overall the booking of Drew. I agree with him that Drew should be booked as like the baddest and the biggest dude on Raw, or like even, you know, the baddest dude in the company. So I feel like they should give the win to him. And like you said, with Roman, you could have him, you know, make a comeback later down the line. Like they could potentially do Roman versus Drew versus Lesnar, or Roman versus Drew versus Rollins at SummerSlam, and you have Roman pick up the belt there as a comeback. You don't really need him to win this because, like you said, he already has won it. He won in life, you know, coming back from his illness.
And they got time. It's not a real loss. Samoan Joe, the other Samoa Joe besides
the other Joe, right?
Yes, he's also Samoan, against Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title. I'm going to call this one right now. Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio is going to be the, quote, match everybody wants to see but will not get enough time of WrestleMania. Every year has one. The most famous one, I think, is CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio at Mania 26. That was one of the most hyped up matches they've ever done for the internet crowd, and it was like 8 minutes. I think the same thing will be done here. I think Samoa Joe and Rey will have a good match, a fun match, but it'll be like 7 minutes or 6 minutes long. And that sucks because they could probably do magic if it was 15.
They could probably do magic with a longer time slot. But yeah, I can picture this being one of the shorter matches, just again to make room, you know, for the bigger matches that are on the card. But it should still be good nonetheless. And to be honest, just because I'm an asshole, the fact that they've involved Ray's son, I just hope Joe wins and keeps the belt on him. Plus, I feel like
he's taller than you.
Well, at least I'm taller than Ray. But I like them to keep the belt on Joe just due to the fact that I feel like Joe, even though he's been like in a lot of big feuds, his win-loss record is pretty bad. So I'm hoping that
he's lost the big ones.
Yeah, I'm hoping he can get a W on this one.
I want him to win, but they could have this open the show and then have Ray win. I mean, it's just whatever. I don't really care too much because when it comes to the U.S. title, it changes hands so frequently that even if Joe loses, he'll get it back anyway. So it's just it's whatever to me. But I agree, Joe should get the big win at WrestleMania. AJ Styles and Randy Orton, my favorite feud in the company right now.
I'm excited for this one, dog.
And here's why I'm happy for it, because I don't care who wins. I think AJ should win because he did lose that Jericho match a couple years ago, and I feel like he needs to beat, last year he beat Nakamura. I think AJ beating Randy Orton, he should win because Randy Orton almost never loses to put a guy over. Like he did it to like Jinder Mahal, and that's about it. And they never really have him job, and I never really have him help put somebody over, even though he's a great worker. The Bray Wyatt feud was a wash. I think Randy Orton should lose this match. That being said, if you ask me what's going to happen, springboard, a phenomenal forearm, RKO, caught with it, 1, 2, 3. They're going to do that. That's my prediction.
You think they're going to go that route?
Yeah, I think he's going to go for the forearm and then get caught in the RKO, and that's it. That's the finish.
I have a different prediction.
Okay, go for it.
I think that because of the fact that we already saw that on SmackDown, it's going to happen.
That's true.
It's going to happen again at Mania, but AJ being the phenomenal bastard that he is, he's going to somehow counter it, and then he's going to pick up the W. And I feel like the reason why they should go that route is because, like you said, Orton hardly ever really loses, like on these big main event matches against, people like that. To put over AJ would be good. And on top of that, I've been saying this for the longest, and so have you, I believe, because I think I've talked to you about this before. I feel like AJ should be at this time of his career where he's like Michaels during like 2008 through like 2010, where he's just Mr. WrestleMania, just matches, big matches at Mania, goes all out on them, and that's where his career is, you know what I mean? So I feel like he should go all out in this match and pick up the win,
Right. Yeah. I think it could be a great match, but it could also get cut for time as well.
I know.
Because remember, we've got Triple H and Batista, which we're talking about right now. I'm excited for this too, even though I think it's not going to be as good as their older matches. Then again, who knows? It's no holds barred. And this is another match that the entrances alone are probably going to be like 10 minutes, for Batista.
I hope Triple H comes out as Thanos, dog. I hope he does.
Please, dude. Please. Have Batista come out with the midget. What's his name, bro?
Rocket?
Hornswoggle dressed up like Rocket. Hornswoggle dressed up like Rocket, yeah. Have Triple H come out of the Adam Warlock cocoon, bro. So... this is an easy one. Triple H is going to win. He's never beaten Dave Batista. Batista doesn't retire as well. Triple H is not going to retire. Triple H wins. There's just no way Batista's going to lose.
I mean, they straight up told us in the storyline. Yeah. The storyline is that, Batista has always beaten Triple H and Triple H never beaten him. That's one of the subplots. So it's like, okay, they've been telling this to us and he's going to win. He's not going to lose, So.
I highly doubt it. And I don't want them to bait and switch and then have him lose and then come back later and say, I'm not really retired. Like, screw that. I'm tired of doing that.
Yeah.
Nah, no more. Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. I mean, look, there's only two ways this can go if you ask me. Cena comes out, lays out Baron Corbin, and takes the match with Kurt Angle like everybody wants. Or Kurt Angle beats this guy in like 2 minutes, and then Cena comes out, challenge Kurt Angle. Like, that's the only two ways it can go. This cannot be a long match. The fact that they fucking had this dude main event Raw on the go home show to WrestleMania is mind blowing. He has go away heat. He actually is a proven ratings demolisher. The ratings have gone down when he was the general manager. He is a proven failure. Stop pushing him. I'm sorry. Stop. Why is it that they try to stop pushing guys like Kofi and them who are over, but not this guy who it's not working out.
Yeah, I remember when I first found out about this, I was like, I think I texted you as like a joke, yo, text Vince, tell him to change the match, so, it's like...
Oh, I've tried. I don't have Vince's number, but...
I mean, if you have Toriyama's, I figured you have McMahon's, but anyway...
eventually, I'll get it, yeah.
The point is, I just was not happy for this.
I want Linda's number.
I was not happy about this match, and we've already seen it on Raw and they weren't that good, so I would much rather see Cena versus Angle. Plus it makes sense for Cena to
because it was his first match.
Yeah, it was his first match, his debut, and I feel like that would be a nice way to wrap up the career of Angle. And I mean, plus it'd be funny, man. I can imagine Cena's music hits, FU grabs the mic, y'all didn't really pay to come see this, and then he challenges Angle.
Oh, it would be great. Yeah, especially if he comes out with basic thugonomics, which he won't. But it's funny because Cena's already in New York. He's already there. He has a match on this show, or he has something on this show.
He's like planned for everything. Yeah.
Yes, he's there already in New York. He will be on this show. How much do you think? What do you think about the Undertaker? Because I've heard he's going to do Saudi Arabia, but not even an appearance by the Dead Man at WrestleMania? That's weird to me, dude.
I don't know, man. I know a lot of us have talked about the match with Cena and Taker last year, and we were thinking it would happen at Survivor Series or it would happen at the next Mania, which is this year, but or the one coming up. So I don't know. Maybe, whenever Cena does his segment, whoever it is, maybe at the very end, right before he leaves the ring, they ring the gong, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, just to tease it. I don't know. Maybe.
So you're saying what you're saying is they should do Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle beats him. Then Cena beats Kurt Angle. Then Taker comes out and challenges Cena. So we've got 4 matches in one segment.
Oh, then
let's make it 20 matches, bro. Let's make it an 8-hour show.
Then the crow goes off, bro. Steen comes out with a bat, points.
And then Sting wrestles Taker. We might as well, bro.
No, but I don't know. If Taker comes out, I don't know. Probably not. Like you said, they're probably saving him for the Saudi Arabia show. I feel like Cena is a big enough surprise, So.
There is a rumor that the Revival are going to defend the Raw tag belts against Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, and they're going to finally give Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins the win. I don't know, man. I don't know. They could do it. At this point, the Revival have made it very clear they want to leave, so let them go. I mean, they're not like super huge, like, Roman Reigns level stars, so I say let them go, and they would fit better in AEW. Do you have any ideas about that?
No, this is actually the first I've heard of that. I don't know, but I do agree with you. I feel like the Revival isn't that over. You can tell in their matches, their promos, the way they just present themselves that they want to go already. So if that happens and they drop the belts, then that's cool, So
right? Now we're going to get some of the main events here. I mean, you know, we talked about everything else but like a couple of the matches. So Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. Kofi's got to win this. They could have him not win. It's possible. New Day could screw him, excuse me. I think the way it's been built up, Kofi's going to win and then probably drop it right back to him the next month or on SmackDown or something. But I think, because Daniel Bryan is too good right now as champion to kill that reign. But if they stop it for like a week or two or a month, I can see that. I think Kofi's going to win this match, dude. I didn't think he would originally, but now I'm thinking he will.
Daniel Bryan has actually done something that I didn't think he could ever do, and that was be booed. I thought you were going
to say get Kofi over, but all right, that works too.
Well, I was just going to say, this man was so over. I always thought no matter what this guy does, he's never going to be a heel. But legitimately, people actually do boo him. He's gotten the crowd to go against him, you know, for the most part. So that's a pretty big feat in itself. I feel like, I don't know, dude. You would think the moment is there for Kofi to win because he's got so much momentum and that'd be a big moment for him. But
but Vince likes to swerve people at WrestleMania and not give them the predictable.
And plus, we've seen it so many times where the group screws over the guy who gets the push. So it's like I could totally see New Day go in there and just mess him up, you know, and cost him the match, which sucks. But you know, I guess I'll go with Bryan. I feel like Bryan's gonna just keep the belt, but
I'm gonna go with Kofi. Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins for the Universal title. Now, I've seen people actually say that they think it's going to be a 35-minute match. You're out of your freaking mind. Have you not watched any of Lesnar's matches, even with the good workers? If this goes more than 10 minutes, I'll be shocked. Maybe it'll do maybe 12, no more than that. I don't think Seth's going to win this match. I argued with Draven about this recently off air. He thinks that Seth's going to win this match. He thinks that there's nothing left for Lesnar, which I do agree with him on. He thinks that Seth has momentum. I think that, yes, I am tired of Brock Lesnar being champion and showing up once every 3 weeks. I am tired of that. But I don't see enough momentum behind Seth Rollins for him to win this match. And then if Lesnar does beat him, he can say he beat all three members of the Shield at 3 different WrestleManias, which he did. So that's the way I see it going. I think giving the belt to Seth is not a terrible idea. I just don't see him having that much momentum. I was thinking they would fire him up more in the past few weeks, but they focused so much on the Reigns Shield reunion that I feel like the Seth Rollins build kind of suffered a bit. And I just don't see him as the guy to beat Lesnar. Even though I want somebody to beat Lesnar, I don't see it being him. What do you think?
Well, first of all, before I can give like an actual prediction, what are the rumors regarding Lesnar? Like, is he sticking around?
Nobody knows. But one of the funny rumors is that now the marks are saying that they think it'd be funny if Brock beats Seth and then Roman comes out and pulls a Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 9 and challenges him to a match and then beats him right. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either, but that I would actually laugh. I think we have plans of watching Mania together at least, so I think that would be hilarious if that did happen. So I would laugh on call.
We have lots of plans of doing things together. Pause. So, yeah, I don't know if I would like it, though. I would laugh, but I don't know if I'd like it.
I mean, the only way I could really see them giving the belt to Seth, even though I do agree, I don't think he should be the guy to beat him, even though he is hot. I still think he was a bit hotter like a few months ago. But
pause.
The only way I see them giving him the belt is if Vince and them have plans, like long-term plans of doing like a Roman Seth feud or like a Roman Drew and Seth feud. That's the only way I see them, you know, like if they got that fetish of putting those two guys together. Because we did see them feud a while back when Seth was a heel. But, you know, I think that would be the only way I could see it happening. But I agree. I feel like Lesnar would probably win. And plus, I can imagine the promos afterwards, like you said, where Heyman comes out and just strokes Lesnar, pause, and says, you know, yeah, he beat Taker at Mania. Yeah, he beat all three members of the Shield. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's just a way that you would really hype him up.
And then Johnny Garganis comes out to beat him, bro. That's the internet wet dream. Johnny Garganis beats him in a 1 hour Iron Man match, 10 falls to 1, bro. That's the internet wet dream right there.
Well, my dream match, I hope, would, you know, be Lesnar.
And yes, I purposely pronounced him Johnny Garganis. What's your dream match? Lesnar and who? Jesse Sorensen?
Lesnar and Drew, man. That's my match right there. I think I told you that. Remember when Drew won the belt in NXT? I was like, man, I can't wait for him to get to the main roster so we can see Lesnar and Drew.
Drew should be the guy to beat Lesnar. I'd rather beat Drew than beat Seth. If Drew comes out and pulls a Hulk Hogan on Lesnar, then I pop, bro. I'm okay with that. Not Roman. I think with Roman, yes, he will be champion again. I think they should give it time. Give it a little bit of time.
Right.
Let him kind of rebuild himself and then do it. Main event, Ronda Rousey defends the Raw Women's title against Charlotte, who's defending the SmackDown Women's title against Becky Lynch. I mean, let's keep it simple. If Becky Lynch does not win this match, bro, it might be one of the dumbest and worst decisions companies ever made. Like, it's literally the biggest botch since the Invasion. No, don't say that. It's the biggest botch since NXT, bro. Since Nexus. I'm sorry, since Nexus. Because Nexus had the hottest opening angle ever. They had money. And, yeah.
I mean, if Becky doesn't win this, I could potentially see the crowd reaction towards the end being worse than what happened last year. Like, legit. So, depending on who wins this, what are the rumors, though, regarding Ronda? Is she staying or is she leaving? Because there's been, like, multiple people, right, say different things.
She's been denying it, but people have said she wants to leave and go start a family. But it could be one more pay-per-view after Mania. It might not be at Mania. I don't know for sure.
Well, regardless if she stays or not, I feel like they should still give the belt to Becky. You know what I mean? And
No. Becky has to win on this show.
Yeah.
She has to. I'm not kidding when I say that. Like, they can't screw this up. Like, they really can't screw this up. She has to win.
Plus, I feel like she's also, I think you told me this. I do agree. I feel like she's been losing some steam. So I feel like the Mania moment needs to happen also to propel her into the rest of the year, So.
Yeah, I agree with you completely on that. I think the show should end. The closing moment should be Becky Lynch with both belts. And that's
the Daniel Bryan moment, the triple threat, at the end. So.
And honestly, if it were up to me, I would have her tap out Ronda. She might tap them both out with the double disarmer, but I still think it'll be Ronda who taps out. I think it's more meaningful if that happens.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But Ronda might not want to. I don't know. She might not want to because people think wrestling's real now and all her promos are real. That's what they believe. Smarten up, people. That's not the case. Anyways, those are our WrestleMania predictions. Any other surprises you want to throw in there?
I know my dad's probably hoping that Steen comes out and points the bat at somebody. I don't know who, though.
Your dad's stuck in like 20 years ago, bro?
Yeah. That's about it.
I hope Nick Bockwinkel comes back and cuts a promo like, all right. I want that. Anyways, thanks a lot, MJ, for doing this with me.
No problem, man.
And doing other things, huge pause. We'll talk to y'all next time.